few minutes, but I think you can start, Commissioner.
Well, good afternoon. This is the continuation and the conclusion of our budget hearings today. So we'll begin this afternoon by introducing ourselves, starting here on the left and then continuing around your tables.
Zach Taleric, Director of the Office of Management and Budget.
Victoria Caldwell, Acting Clerk to the Board of Commissioners.
John O'Grady.
Paula Brooks, County Commissioner.
Kenneth Wilson, County Administrator.
Eric Janis, Deputy County Administrator.
Chris Long, Deputy County Administrator.
Ed Leonard, Franklin County Treasurer.
Robert Caldwell, Chief Financial Officer, Franklin County Auditor, Clarence Mingo's office.
Brian Katz, Chief Counsel and Chief of Operations in the Auditor's Office.
Adam Lukaup, Chief Information Officer, Board of Commissioners.
Terry Bettinger, Chief Information Officer, the Franklin County Data Center.
And Julie Lest, Director of Financial Services with the Franklin County Data Center.
Very good. Good. Well, we'll go ahead and get started. It looks like we're starting on this. Okay, we're a little bit mixed up on our agenda, so I guess we'll start and go from the bottom up.
Oh, I appreciate
Yeah.
that. He's elected. Well, and I know we've got a lot to cover in a short period of time, but as many of you know, when I describe the Treasurer's Office, I always talk about three primary functions. We're the tax collector for the county, we're the banker for the county, and we're the investor, chief investor for the county. In the role of the tax collector, one of the things that we've done this year, we've completed our first full year solely working within our new software system, the Franklin County Treasurer System. And we've been working closely with the Auditor's Office to get through each phase of the collection process this year. And like any software implementation, there are always challenges that come along with it, but with each challenge, we've been able to successfully complete the mission. We've been able to get tax bills out to taxpayers. We've been able to process those payments, communicate all that information back and forth to the Auditor's Office so that we can make sure that taxpayers are properly credited for all of the taxes that they do pay. In the shared services environment, we've worked with the county print shop to do most of our monthly mass mailings, and it totaled about 14,000 over the entire year. Almost 14,250 a month that we process through the print shop. So again, in that vein, it's been great to work with the print shop. They've done a great job for us. We're always working to improving customer service, and in that vein, we've worked with TFM to change our phone structure to ensure that the public is quickly getting their questions answered when they call our office. One of our primary functions is to mail tax bills, and so one of the primary sources of getting that tax mailing address for our tax bills is the conveyance form that we get from the county auditor's office. They used to come to us as the last copy in a triplicate form. They have the old NCR forms that we would oftentimes get, and they were difficult to read. Now we're receiving scanned images from the auditor's office of the original conveyance form so that we can more easily and more accurately input the tax billing information. In terms of processing those payments, a significant number of our tax payments every year come from taxpayers who use their own bank's tax bill pay system to pay their taxes. Well, previously we would get a paper check from the bank. We had to generate a paper bill in order to process that payment. And as you can understand, that generates a lot of work, and it's a lot of wasted paper of just generating a paper bill so that we could process it. As we're implementing electronic lockbox this year so that we can actually receive an electronic file from all the banks that will consolidate all the payment information and allow us to process all those payments much more quickly and without the wasted paper and the wasted staff time. As the banker for the county, we process deposits that other county agencies make to us, because we serve as the bank for all the county agencies. And thus far this year, we processed over 13,500 deposits just for county agencies. That's in addition to the 1.2 million tax payments that we've processed for taxpayers. And we've assisted a lot of the county agencies in getting the establishment of their credit card services for their customers. In fact, the most recent was probate court, a significant undertaking, and now they're able to offer credit card service, and that brings our total up to 9 county agencies that process, or that we assist in allowing them to extend credit card services to their customers. And then finally, as the investor for the county, we have been responsible for the active investment of all the public dollars during the time after they're received, but before they're used to meet current expenditures. Working with the county commissioner's finance staff, we've segregated for accounting purposes the additional tax revenue for the public safety center and combined it with the rest of the county's entire investment portfolio so that we can maximize the earnings on those dollars while the county moves forward with the construction of the new public safety facility, public safety center. 2015, that amounted to about $42 million. We anticipate in 2016, that'll be $44 million that will be put into work to, again, make sure that we maximize the return on that while we're waiting for that construction underway. Land bank, we continue to work to expedite the foreclosures in conjunction with the prosecutor's office and the city and the county land bank. Over the last 2 years, we've accumulated over 934 properties, and we've been so successful in that effort that the Ohio Housing Finance Agency has actually awarded Franklin County's land bank an additional $500,000.
It's good, we need it.
To help us continue to do, to combat the vacant and abandoned properties, demolish them, get them back into productive use. Our initiatives in 2016 include soliciting proposals for a new electronic payment vendor to better serve our taxpayers. Among the improvements we expect will be that our customers will be able to see the ability to schedule their payments for future dates. Right now, when they submit a payment, the moment they hit submit, it charges it to their account. So now, when we move towards this, they'll actually be able to schedule their payments out in the future. We anticipate we'll be doing more outreach to increase the number of taxpayers who take advantage of our escrow programs. Right now, we're about 14,000, and we've doubled that since 2007, but we look forward to increasing that because it is a very important service that we offer. And then we're going to be rebuilding our website to become more user-friendly for our taxpayers. So
Great.
I think it goes through all we have.
Mr. Treasurer, what will the impact be? There's a lot of buzz right now about the Federal Reserve raising interest rates. Will that increase your investment income a bit?
It will a bit. I mean, again, we actively manage the portfolio, so we're maximizing that return as best we can right now. So we anticipate it will help incrementally, but again, interest rates are very low, and so
we're limited in what we can invest. It's
Correct.
very, very narrow.
Exactly.
No real stock market activity. You don't do ETFs or anything like that, do you?
Sorry?
We don't, ETFs, nothing like that.
Again,
You
what we
can't,
focus on are treasuries,
yeah.
commercial paper,
For
some
safety.
commercial paper during the busy times when we have a large amount of influx tax revenue, that we will put that to work in commercial paper while we await distribution.
But do you see in what you're doing, the flight to quality still benefiting our county treasury?
Yes, because it still
overall?
makes the,
Yeah.
I mean, typically we buy in holds, and so whatever the interest rate is that we'll benefit from, the market value of our holdings tends to go up when there's that flight to capital.
Yeah, good. Well, thank you.
All right, thank
Good
you,
job.
Commissioner.
You know,
I think we have.
budget time is a great time of the year around here for a lot of reasons, but for me, it's one of the best times of the year because I get to see it's like old home week for me with half your staff. Earlier, we had the court in here, and Emily and John were in here, and now we've got Rosa and Melissa, and we've got Julie, and some others, and but it's good to see everybody.
Yeah.
Welcome.
We hire talented people. so
Should send them up to
very
see us
fortunate.
more often.
So next we have the auditor's office.
Hey, Commissioners. We also have three initiatives in our strategic plan. The first initiative is in the Consumer Services Division to assure the accuracy of weighing and measuring devices used in commercial transactions within the auditor's jurisdiction and administer the sale of licenses for dogs and vendors accurately and expeditiously. The Weights and Measures staff inspects any weighing and measuring devices that are used in commercial transactions. These devices include fuel meters, retail devices, price verification systems, taximeters, and more. Each item is inspected at least once a year. This work is done to protect the consumers and merchants by ensuring that the weighing and measuring devices are accurate. In 2015, the inspections of fuel meters were enhanced for looking for credit card scanning devices to protect the public from the potential loss of credit card information. Efforts are being put forth to improve the services provided to the citizens of Franklin County by the Weights and Measures Department by looking at consolidating with those services being conducted by the City of Columbus. This consolidation effort would allow for the decrease of cost to taxpayers to perform these services. Our office also provides various licensing services, including dog licensing, and thus far in 2015, just over 91,000 dog licenses have been issued. The second initiative is the establishment of property values and calculate the property tax accurately for every parcel in real estate in Franklin County and properly distribute the taxes and special assessments collected to the appropriate political subdivisions. The Franklin County Auditor is the real estate appraiser for the county. These valuations form the basis for property taxes that support the public schools, children's services, Columbus Zoo, seniors, and other programs and services that we care about. Real estate department captures public data related to property transfers, tax incentive programs, sales data, and other information related to property within the county. The Board of Revision hears formal complaints on property valuations. Filing a complaint allows people to present their case before the Board of Revision, which is comprised of representatives of the offices of the County Auditor, the Treasurer, and the Commissioners. Pursuant to Franklin County Auditor Clarence Mingo's vision, the Mediation Division was created for the Board of Revision and launched in June of 2013. It's believed to be the first of its kind in the state or country for property value appraisals at the Board of Revision level. Key purpose of the program is to bring a resolution to the Board of Revision case in a fast and efficient manner. Mediation was designed to be convenient and user-friendly for the taxpayer by allowing meetings to be conducted over the telephone, thus reducing expenses for property owners. Mediation also eliminates additional costs incurred by trials and appeals. In 2014, nearly 3,300 people participated in the voluntary program, and about 90% were successful in reaching an agreement. Mediation continues to evolve and in a positive direction by using technology advances. The public has an overwhelmingly positive view of this program. To date, mediation has resolved nearly 7,000 cases. Currently, are approximately 1,300 cases remaining in backlog. Efforts are being made to expand the success of the mediation program, by including working with the state of Ohio regarding cases that have been appealed or are backlogged in the Board of Tax Appeals. In the real estate division, we're successfully implemented and utilized the new tax accounting software and the computer-assisted mass appraisal systems over the last year. Systems have brought about changes to the overall workflow of the division and in many aspects brought greater efficiency to the overall process. These efficiencies will continue to be realized as the appraisal division prepares for the 2017 reappraisal and brings this technology to the field. Work has started on the sexennial reappraisal and will continue throughout 2016 and conclude in 2017 for the reappraisal of an estimated 411,000 parcels of property in Franklin County. During 2015, the auditor hosted an auditor's sale in accordance with the Ohio Revised Code. The office was able to facilitate the placement of 107 parcels, of which 72 went to the land bank and 35 were sold. Advancements were made in the real estate search website that has seen significant technology upgrades. It has improved the overall stability and reliability of this site that is accessed by thousands of users on a daily basis. The office has fully automated many processes, ensuring the public has access to the most current data managed by the office. These improvements and upgrades have reduced the overall cost of managing these resources that is relied upon by many public and private sector employees. Earlier this year, we unveiled an improved and more efficient property search function on our website that has enabled users to enjoy a variety of new navigation options and have made it easier to find requested resources and information. The advanced search option gives users the ability to refine searches based on specific criteria. These changes represent expanded functionality from the old site. In the future, the office we wish to continue to improve and build on the overall website offerings in the coming year. One project will include the creation of a mobile device compatible website that meets the needs of the ever-evolving mobile world. In addition, we're looking at an online filing system to be developed to give users the ability to file BOR and mediation complaints online. And the third initiative is in the finance area to provide accurate and timely financial information and services. The First of all is a comprehensive annual financial report. We successfully completed the 2014 CAFR and received an unmodified clean opinion from the Auditor of State and have submitted it to the Government Finance Officers Association for review for the Certificate of Achievement of Excellence in Financial Reporting. We've also implemented and launched the Ohio Checkbook and Citizen Transparency. The two programs provide taxpayers with information on exactly how their tax money is being spent. Ohio Checkbook is the first of its kind government transparency website that shows taxpayers exactly how their money is being spent. Expenditures have been posted online for citizens to search, download, compare, and analyze. This initiative sets a new national standard for transparency in government. Citizen transparency raises the bar by showing revenue in addition to expenditures, and because it's associated with our accounting software, it's updated weekly, providing citizens with the most current information available. We've already been able to use these sites to answer public records requests that usually took our staff members hours to compile and prepare for them. We just refer them to the website.
That's good.
And they can get that information. The Auditor's Office completed a salary survey, the first in the office's history. The results of this survey provided the foundation to allow staff to be compensated to the minimum salary range of their respective job classifications. Efforts are continuing to address those staff members that are at or slightly above minimum but are below the desired level based on knowledge, years of service, and contribution to the office and the county. Efforts are continuing in the area of office modernization and green initiatives. We wish to keep up to date with technology, including equipment, software, and knowledge. We've taken on a number of projects to eliminate the generation of paper, one being the electronic advices and paper checks, where previously we printed annually 58,000 paper warrants. We're down to 4,400. We're also working on various projects for the scanning of real estate card records and other real estate documents. And finally, but not least, we've implemented the pilot program for the procurement card project. That has been underway for a couple months now, and working through the various nuances of such a program and looking to expand that program in 2016.
Great. Good checks and balances work. Thanks. Adam.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. Collaborative efforts in IT will continue throughout 2016 and will primarily focus around security, the consolidation of redundant hardware systems, replacing legacy systems, and continuing to automate manual processes and countywide license purchases. In response to the network outage of September 3rd, 2013, the Board of Commissioners Office of Management and Budget, the courts, both General Division and Domestic and Juvenile Division, the Data Center, and Public Facilities Management came together to deliver a comprehensive solution which upgraded the county's data networks, power supplies, and power distribution units, while establishing a connection to the WeConnect disaster recovery site with redundant internet service provider connections. This solution was tested this year when Ornet scheduled a maintenance outage and the transition to the backup internet provider was seamless. A second phase is currently underway, which includes a true failover environment, which will allow applications to function as normal should our primary site go down. Terry Bettinger, CIO of the data center, will speak more on this momentarily. She's sitting right beside me here. Public access Wi-Fi. OMB, PFM, and the data center have continued to expand the public Wi-Fi throughout Franklin County facilities. Public access has been expanded to the Board of Elections, the Juvenile Detention Center courtrooms, and is currently being expanded to Memorial Hall, the location of the Office on Aging and the Veterans Service Commission. In 2016, there are plans to expand Wi-Fi into 80 East Fulton Street, a location of our Child Support Enforcement Agency, and this provides mobile efficiencies for staff and provides a valuable service for our public. Appropriations have been included in the 2016 recommended budget to upgrade the county's website to make it more user-friendly for our residents and to upgrade the architecture to make it easier to maintain content. The Court Case Management System Replacement Project. In 2013, Commissioner O'Grady and Auditor Clarence Mingo came together with the goal of creating an integrated justice information system for Franklin County, which would share information between law enforcement, the prosecutor's office, public defender, the courts, municipalities, and various social service agencies. This facilitated the replacement of the Franklin County Justice System, otherwise known as FCJS, and the probate court's case management system. Currently, the e-governance steering committee and purchasing are in contract negotiations with the vendor who will analyze the current legacy systems, perform a gap analysis of court and clerk processes versus current available standards, and create an RFP and work with the e-governance board through vendor selection and potentially manage the implementation of the new system. This contract will be presented before the board in early January of 2016. Child support enforcement. The
So
data-
Adam, going back to
Yeah,
that for a second,
please.
we're going out to, when did we originally do that? 2008, did you say? You mentioned Commissioner O'Grady and Auditor.
2013.
2013. So
Yes.
what, okay. So now, what's the next step that you're contemplating now?
What we're doing is we're bringing in a vendor who is an expert in court case management system implementations. And what they're going to do is they're going to help us create, document the functional specs, help create the RFP to put that out to bid. And this was done through a RFQ process that was managed and guided by a purchasing.
Just so it's clear to listeners or
Yes.
viewers, that we're just taking this into a next phase.
Absolutely.
So,
Yeah.
all right, thanks.
Child support enforcement. The data center, the Office of Management and Budget, and Child Support Enforcement have worked together on the implementation of an enterprise content management system. Paper processes are being replaced with electronic processes. Staff are now using the system to scan and retrieve case files, and appropriations are in the 2016 budget to implement additional workflows and data stores, which will replace the myriad of standalone Microsoft Access databases that Child Support Enforcement currently uses. Security. The 2016 recommended budget includes appropriations to fund a county-wide security assessment. Many security measures have been put into place on the Franklin County Data Network since their previous security assessment, and this initiative will help the county to discover existing and new threats since, as well as to capture vulnerabilities for counties outside the Franklin County Data Network. The data center is currently developing our specifications for an RFP for this purpose.
Very important as we see what's happening around
Oh
the
yeah,
world.
every day.
Every day,
It's been,
right,
it's scary, really.
right.
The Franklin County IT Leadership Forum, it was established in 2013, and it's a bi-monthly meeting designed to provide updates of county, agency, board, and court initiatives. This board's been extremely useful in making county-wide decisions and continues to be so. County entities have volunteered to take on projects with the goal of sharing their experiences with the rest of the county. For example, the Court of Common Pleas is implementing a virtual desktop infrastructure solution, and this will save on county PC refreshes and will allow the county to buy smaller, more energy-efficient computers, as well as save IT staff time and technical support. In the future, the IT Leadership Forum will focus on leveraging the knowledge centers throughout the various county entities for the benefit of the county as a whole. As you can see from the initiatives I've discussed, collaboration has and continues to provide a unique opportunity for all participants. Through your guidance, the participation of other elected officials and their respective staffs, we will continue to bring the most reliable, cost-effective IT-related solutions to the county. I thank you, Board of Commissioners and County Administration, for your support on these strategic initiatives.
All right. We'll read fast. So 2015 was an extremely busy and productive year for the data center, and we're very excited to build on some of those accomplishments as we move into 16. Currently, as of today, we provide a variety of maintenance and support services for over 44 agencies and entities across the network: server, compute space, desktop support, application development support, web hosting, print operations, technology consulting, and procurement. So inherent to that is volume. So we delivered over 200 projects in 2015. Some of those, as Adam has already referenced, had very broad county-wide focus and scope and impact. Some of those are including the broader enterprise platforms, including the on-base content management, along with the enterprise service management of ServiceNow, and many of them were in the infrastructure space around the reliable and redundant network that gives us capacity and speed, along with the integration, the FCD and integration into a DR site for uninterrupted service, And also we've, in 2015, pushed out a number of tool sets that establish the framework for a network and application security infrastructure, which we're going to build further on in 16, and I'll talk about in just a minute. As we move into 2016, we really have 4 key areas of strategic focus. Our first is to continuously optimize the maintenance support services of the data center's core service commitments. We want to fully leverage the service offering that we have. We want to recognize some licensing efficiencies, both software and hardware licensing. We want to leverage highly competent and cost-effective vendor services where desirable. We want to enhance the county's application and data availability excuse me, through any level of service disruption. So leveraging the network and the solutions that we've built to allow our applications and data seamless failover. And with that solution, we'll also increase the Franklin County Data Network's data storage, replication, and backup capacity, along with giving the corresponding data security capabilities with that. So that is fundamentally one of our most important initiatives. A second key area of focus is around collaboration and optimization. We want to optimize the services between the data center and our county partners. Ideally, we will move towards more fully leveraging the infrastructure and the centralized solutions that we've built out in the data center, thus allowing the agencies to focus more time and money on their core service mission. Excuse me. While there are countless consolidation opportunities in this space, it will be challenging in regards to prioritizing across all of the agency's services, but clear communication will be the key as we work to build out that schedule and that plan.
So Terry, can I just
Yes, ma'am.
interrupt you for a second there? You said there are countless consolidation opportunities. Is that you're getting that into a schedule and then you're working with county administration and with Adam's expertise as well and making sure we prioritize and have a strategic plan for that?
That is the phase we're in right now. We recognize all the opportunities, and I think turning it into a cohesive, committed, funded plan is the next step.
And I'm sure you're layering over, and as part of the strategic aspect of it, the savings, the maximization of savings that can be yielded, right?
Savings.
Your
and
colleague's going to talk about that, yes.
Julie's
she said
favorite
yes.
topic, of
Yeah,
course.
Mine too.
Saving and security.
Yes,
Start
right.
talking about
Both
data
those
security.
things.
Some of those
Right.
consolidations
Right.
are inherent to both.
Yeah, and of course, we have to be careful, and again, in this environment, the security is certainly paramount, right? Great, thank you.
Yep, so definitely opportunities there. Our third key area of focus is continuing to enhance the user experience. We will make some modest progress in continuing to modernize existing applications. We will enhance the service delivery model of some of our services through enabling self-service capabilities for the users of our services where possible. Examples would be secure password reset capabilities, web-based ticketing systems, and the ability for agencies to promote their own website updates and content through expanded use of Franklin County's content management system. With that increased user self-service, we can then again focus data center resources on some of these other valuable efforts. And then our fourth key area of focus, certainly last but not least, is our enhanced data privacy and protection initiative. Data privacy and protection requires focused and diligent commitment to compliance from all of the consumers who interact on FCDN, including people, processes, and technology components. The data center will enhance Franklin County's data privacy and protection through several important initiatives. One is enterprise security governance, including education, training on policies and best practices, actively reporting and managing policy exceptions, and compliance and enforcement. A second initiative will be, as Adam had mentioned, an FCD and network vulnerability assessment, including all levels of ethical hacking and penetration testing to identify potential risks from within the network, along with recommending mitigation plans for any of those findings. And then we will also continue to champion strong actions to mitigate identified risks, whether it be from that assessment or from our security practices or anything else. I think more, again, reporting awareness and mitigation plans is a big part of our plan. And then the last objective we have is really to define an FCDN data privacy and protection policy to then implement the appropriate controls around.
Are we pushing forward to look into the future regarding Internet of All Things and how that, yeah, I know you're smiling.
No, yes.
I know, it's really,
Yeah.
it's obviously here, but again, from a security standpoint,
Right.
would love to talk to you more about that
Well, I
sometime.
think there's multiple facets of it, right? You have your risks from within, your risks from
Right.
without, and then everything in between. And when we start talking about security practices, it'll be again from a user, from a process, but also from the domain components themselves and looking at all facets of that, so we can at least know where the risks are and understand what our strategies are to mitigate.
And will that, our security contract that we're contemplating, Adam, will that take that into account as well?
Absolutely.
Okay, great.
It'll take in the discovery of
Yeah,
the
yeah.
plan
then
of
we'll-
action will be developed
But not
from that.
resolving them.
Yeah.
We'll have
Right.
to figure that one out
Yeah.
and fund it.
Yeah, we'll have to fund
Yeah.
that.
Okay. That's all. Yeah, your turn.
Commissioners, I just want to say, from the standpoint of the treasurer's office, we have a great budget team. It's been a pleasure to work with them. I know it's kind of been expressed at various points throughout this presentation, but I want to extend my thanks on behalf of our office to your budget staff. They've done a great job working with us, and we appreciate that. Also with the agencies, I mean, whether it's the print shop, PFM, the mailroom, I mean, again, so many different offices within county government, that agencies that we work with have been great to work with. And then we appreciate the support of the commission. Again, for all the work we do, we couldn't do it without your support as well. So
We've had a,
extend my thanks.
we've had a great collaboration with your office and even preceding you with Treasurer Cordray when you were the chief down there, yeah. So I just saw him this weekend. He's doing well, yeah.
He is doing
Yeah,
well.
yeah. So thank you all. This has been excellent.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.